Lokesh, one thing you should be agreeing with me that the most tough challenge pharma managers are facing today is driving these Gen Z people, right? The only way forward is the managers should understand the thought process of Gen Z, right? So their traits, their value systems are different, right? So they are digitally savvy. One thing is very important. They are entrepreneur. They want flexible work environment and they want proper feedback.
Hello everyone. Welcome in the another episode of 21 Minute Pharma Edge powered by Game of Pharma. And today also we have with us a very special guest, Mr. Yashwant Mishra sir, who is founder of Benzene Learning Solutions and work with companies like Cipla, UCB, Vocard, and many more pharma companies. And now he's a L&D expert for the pharma client. So yeah, welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you very much, Lokesh. Thank you very much for invitation. At the onset, I would like to congratulate you and your team for a wonderful job you are doing. If you remember, I have already come in your previous episode, that is episode number 12, and it was a wonderful experience interacting with you. And from that time to today, a very good journey you have traveled, uh, engaging many top leaders of pharma industry, inviting them and creating a platform, learning and sharing platform for pharma industry. It is really commendable job. So congratulations for this.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I'm just doing like whatever the destiny wants. So yeah, it's just that.
Wonderful.
So sir, in the starting, wonderful books, first of all. So in starting, you have started with pharmas for the pharma sales executive book, where you have mentioned some of the good things, जैसे कि like how to do sales pitch, how to behave, what's your attitude should be. So कुछ ऐसी things थी, and now the yeah in your background as we can see हाई परफॉर्मेंस फार्मा सेल्स मैनेजर बुक, जो कि बहुत सारे फार्मा सेल्स मैनेजर हेड जो हैं सेल्स टीम के, वो रिकमेंड कर रहे हैं सर. सो लाइक जस्ट फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट आई वांट टू स्टार्ट इज कि व्हाट आर द की ट्रेड्स, ओके, कि जहां पे लाइक फार्मा सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव को इन द फ्रॉम द स्टार्टिंग ओनली शुड अडेप्ट, सो दैट कि वो एक लाइक एट द एंड, बिकॉज सबका एक ही गोल रहता है टू बिकम ए गुड मैनेजर, टू लीड द टीम, सो वो एक अच्छे लीडर बन पाए सर.
The questions you ask, how a pharma sales executive should work on himself so that become a future manager. So three important elements. The first is communication. As you know, managers need to communicate to their team members, need to communicate to the head office, need to communicate to the customer. So first important element is effective communication. He need to master the communication skill. And second point is teamwork. When you become a manager, you need to have a teamwork or building team. So second element a executive should work on is teamwork and collaboration. And third and final part is understanding business dynamics. That is called business acumen. So from sales orientation, business acumen. For that, what a executive can do, he should understand what are the data, means what are the market data, what is competition doing, how to, what are the new opportunities in the business. These three elements he works, he can become a good manager.
I also agree that some of the key traits, in the recent whatever industry landscape is changing, right? So everyone is focusing on the data, technology advancements that are going on in the industry, right? So these are the some of the key points that everyone should look at. Okay, so sir, ये जो book है, that is high performance pharma sales manager, right? So there is somewhere that industry has shift, right? कि एक फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में भी इन द रिसेंट ईयर्स एक बहुत एक शिफ्ट आया है. सो डू यू फील दैट देयर इज अ रिसेंट शिफ्ट और चैलेंजेस दैट फार्मा सेल्स मैनेजर इज फेसिंग, एंड व्हाई देयर इज अ नीड फॉर ए फार्मा सेल्स मैनेजर फॉर ए एडवांसमेंट, लाइक अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंडस्ट्रीज लैंडस्केप, सर?
Wonderful question again, Lokesh. Uh, uh, as you rightly said, pharma industry, the dynamics are changing very rapidly.
Right,
Three things are happening, and accordingly, manager also needs to redefine his role.
right,
First thing is regulatory guidelines. UCPMP guideline, MCI guidelines are there. So pharma companies can no more invest on doctor what was happening earlier, right? Direct investment, sponsorship, high potential gifts. These are not possible today. So there is a stringent regulatory guidelines. Second thing what is happening is change, competition has become tougher. Means apart from multinational companies, there are top Indian companies and there are many local players also come who are giving a tough fight to the pharmaceutical companies. And when a generic version has come and government also is promoting generic version, that is the challenge of pharma industry is facing. And the third part is the Gen Z, millennials, Gen Z, those who are coming newcomers. It is very tough. It is a challenging task for a manager to give them good working environment and build a strong team. So according to me, these are the three challenges. I need to, as a manager, I need to redefine my role.
great, sir. Great, sir. I'm totally agree with your points. Uh, like some of my peers also, like some of them have pursued pharma sales as a career opportunity. So they always like they are not someone कि हाँ जो like पहले था right कि मेरे को एक कंपनी में टिक के रहना I should make my career I think they are looking for a good leader kind of roles जिनसे वो inspiration ले सकें so that I can say कि I want to become the next Yashwant Mishra sir. Are you getting my point? And then second thing the same. Second thing the same that they are looking for a brand, they are looking for the company, so that whenever someone will ask them ki, like which company you belongs, so I can definitely say that I belong to this XYZ company. तो वहां पे वो कंपनी की ब्रांडिंग शुड ऑल्सो हेल्प टू अट्रैक्ट दैट टैलेंट राइट कि ये टैलेंट इस कंपनी में आ रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वी हैव दैट ब्रांड्स वी हैव दैट company brands in the market. So yeah, totally agree with your points. And then next I think from related with this like our last conversation only, sir, ki, Gen Z, right? Gen Z millennials are coming into the market or pharma sales mein what I have understood is two types of management is there, which is autocratic and the democratic, right? So what do you feel like I discussed with some of my colleagues also, and in some of the companies they are following the autocratic kind of management. In some of the companies they are following democratic. So what you think, like what's the future? And then is it one of them is the future, or something other approach or some hybrid approach will come?
Wonderful. Actually, coincidentally, Lokesh, I have touched upon this point in my book also in people management. Autocratic approach and democratic approach both are required according to situation, right? So sometimes the managers need to be autocratic, like emergency situation or when there is a task to be completed. Priority is task completion, like closing time, sales closing time. So in any type of emergency situation, when the task is more important, then autocratic approach is good, right? My way or highway like that. You need to follow. That is the approach. But when there is a process improvement plan, when there is a need for building team, when there is a need to establish team, a lot of iteration is happening. People are not enjoying working. You need to give a good work environment. That time, democratic approach is very, very important. So as I mentioned, according to situation, a smart pharma sales executive or manager, high performance manager will switch between autocratic leadership and democratic leadership. So a blended leadership approach is required according to situation.
Got it, sir. Got it. Like, yeah, same. I think depending on the situation, like
Yes,
where,
yes.
in which situations you are, how your team is performing, uh, if they are considering you as lenient as you are, or else they are considering you as a like tough leader. So on the basis of that, I think you should change your approach. Got it, got it. And yeah, I think it's considerable also, okay, because uh,
Yes,
if today you are ASM and then you become the RSM national head or somewhere, so your leadership style will change, right? If your
exactly,
therapy
exactly.
area will change, then your leadership style change. If you are from a regional company to you are going to a multinational companies where data is the point, right? Where data centric approaches are there, where you should be more data centric approach you it's requires, right? So sir, यहाँ से ना one next question that arises, okay, कि Gen Z, like you mentioned about millennials in your book,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So I will ask about Gen Z also, because most of my friends were Gen Z also, and now Gen Z is also coming into the picture. So most of them don't want to become an medical rep, sales executive, whatever the position, then business executive, whatever the company wants to. And the only reason, I think, what I faced, okay, what I felt is like there is no learning opportunity. And then second thing कि मेरे को like with I don't want to do the same work for the upcoming 3 4 5 years, जब तक like मैं एक लीडर नहीं बन जाता हूँ, जब तक मेरे पास में एक टीम नहीं मिल जाती है. सो आपके क्या की पॉइंट्स है, आपके क्या व्यू पॉइंट्स है? आई थिंक आपने भी ये क्वेश्चन फेस किया होगा इन प्रीवियस, जब भी आप टीम को कोच करते हो या फिर तो लाइक व्हाट्स योर व्यूज ऑन दैट?
Lokesh, one thing you should be agreeing with me that the most tough challenge a pharma managers are facing today is driving these Gen Z people, right? Those who were born between 1997 to 2012. But the only way forward is the managers should understand the thought process of Gen Z, right? So their traits, their value systems are different, right? So they are digitally savvy. One thing is very important. They are entrepreneur. They want flexible work environment and they want proper feedback of whatever they are doing. And as you
Correct.
mentioned rightly, career growth. They don't want to be in one place in one job for a long time. Right? As conventional people were there in pharma, also there are some medical representative who are working as senior MR medical rep for 20 years, 25 years,
Right,
and they are
agree.
very comfortable. But Gen Z will never accept that. They want fast career growth. So the managers, what they need to do, they need to understand their value system and emotional intelligence is required in this situation. Two, three things I will advise to the high performance pharma sales managers. One thing is give them flexible work environment. First thing,
Got it.
we should give them flexible work environment, work from home, flexibility in giving them some sanction of leave or work, whichever flexible timing we can give them. Let them do their work in their own. Second thing is they are digitally savvy. So we need to adopt digital and we need to communicate with them on digital. They are very much comfortable with WhatsApp, with this Instagram. But we conventionally we want to send emails, official letters like that. So they don't believe in that. So we should adopt their communication style. And third thing we need to do is career growth. They want, if I am doing something, I want my manager to give me genuine feedback, whether I am doing good or not. So we need to give proper feedback to them. And career growth. What career growth we can provide? Last but not least, Gen Z is very much focus about their mental health, work life balance and mental health. So managers need to give them very good work life balance and should address the problem of stress and do something for their mental health. Then they'll become a high performer. That is what is my view.
I totally agree with your point, and I think, sir, uh, with the time, the things are changing, right? The things are not the same. So, like millennials come now, Gen Zs are coming into the picture. For I think millennials, the thing was ki I need to stick within the company. Company should give me the good incentives and all other things. But I think फॉर मैनेजर जो कि अभी लाइक सिस्टम में है, फार्मा इकोसिस्टम में है, उनको लाइक दे शुड कंसिडर first the payment part also कि आज का जो Gen Z है they don't want कि I will start with a low salary and then I will get a hike. They want कि मैं start ही कुछ ऐसी salary से करूं so that I can tell my parents कि that this is my salary and the job is considerable. I think most of the people don't want to join is because of the payment style that they go for some technical opportunity what I feel कि टेक्निकल पार्ट में चले जाते हैं एंड देन वो जो जॉब प्रोफाइल है आई थिंक कंपनीज को वो ब्रांड इस तरह से करना चाहिए सो दैट वो एक सेल्स सेंट्रिक अप्रोच के तरह से हो कि हमारी फार्मा कंपनी के जो ग्रोथ एस्पेक्ट के अंदर जो की पॉइंट है जो फोकल पॉइंट है जो सेंटर पॉइंट है इट्स फार्मा सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव राइट एंड देन सेकंड थिंग इज आजकल की जेंजी की डिफरेंट डिफरेंट प्रॉब्लम्स हैं लाइक देयर रिलेशनशिप इश्यूज राइट दे फेस दिस मोस्ट फैमिली इश्यूज आर देयर they want to become the entrepreneur they want to start something on their own so how manager can guide us right manager can guide them right so wo these kind of points also comes into the picture if uh,
Very, very true. Very true. That is what I'm also emphasizing. Very good work environment, growth perspective, give proper feedback, and flexible work environment. If these two, three things a manager can address, the Gen Z will become a high performer. He will become an asset for the company.
Yeah, and do you feel that Gen Z is too demanding, or it's just that how the things
Actually, that
becoming?
is where the point of view comes into picture. They are like that. That is in their DNA. We cannot do anything. How we can adopt ourselves, that we have to see.
Yeah, totally,
Right.
totally agree, sir. So, on the parting thought, sir, I just want to ask you some of the rapid fire questions. Okay,
Sure.
so yeah, so the rapid fire questions would be like that: sales managers who are the born leaders, or they become with the training
I believe mm, um, coaching with proper coaching.
with proper
Leader,
coach. Okay.
not born leaders, but they can become leaders with proper coaching.
Okay. One of the funny one is what type of leadership style you want to be banned in India related with the pharma sales?
As I mentioned, autocratic, democratic, both are required. So toxic leadership should be banned. Toxic leadership means leader harassing the people. That should not happen.
Totally agree with your point. So Gen Z in the pharma sales, it's a blessing or a headache?
Handle with care. My point will be handle with care. So you can become that.
Yeah, so it's something like that box only, where the
Yes,
glass
yes.
things are there, like fragile but handled with care. Uh,
Exactly,
too
exactly.
much caring is required. Now, what is the one thing that Gen Z in sales wish their managers knew?
What I think is the only dream they will have is my manager should understand my point of view. That is what they should think.
Understand and just for my point, I
Yes,
think
exactly,
you should listen. I think
exactly.
let's
Listening
sit
and
uh,
understanding my point of view.
understanding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
the last would be related with you. If you could only call coach one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
What I believe is one of the thing is missing in people and managers is value system, principle driven value system. That is a, which creates a manager with integrity. So I would like to coach people on value system, principle driven value system.
Cool, sir. Cool, sir. I think that would be a great, quick, insightful conversation that we had, right? And any parting thoughts with that you want to conclude this podcast episode? Something that is not be in that picture. Yeah.
Lucas, again, I would like to tell you that it is a wonderful job you and your team are doing to create a platform, learning and sharing platform where industry leaders can come and share their perspectives. And this becomes a repository for the pharma industry. Anytime they can log into your channel and see that. That is a so congratulations once again for you and your team.
Thank
And
you, sir.
As I mentioned, this is a time to adopt. Landscape is changing very, very rapidly, and all across pharma industry, everyone need to adopt the changing dynamics. There is a need for critical thinking. There is a need for emotional intelligence. There is a need for collaboration. Many pharma companies leaders need to collaborate and find out what is the way forward for Indian pharma industry. That is the need of the hour. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful thing. And then, yeah, whatever the podcast that we are doing, it's not for this year or for the next year or the for the time being. I think the podcast will stay for the next upcoming 40, 50 years after also. And then whenever to in 30s or 40s, someone wants to listen, ki, I want to learn something about pharmaceuticals. I think this will be the episode that will comes into the picture. Cool.
That is what
Thank you,
I
sir.
told. It is not
Yeah.
one time. It is a repository, and it is available for everyone free of cost. So
Right, sir.
anyone want to go through, they can click on that episode. They can go through and write down the pointers. Wonderful job.
Thank
Great
you so
job
much,
done.
sir.
Commendable
Thank
job.
you. Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.